Hi, everyone. It's Sarah Michelle. Okay, this is really cool. So I'm live on Facebook, at Facebook, live, in LA, Facebook LA. Did you catch that? Maybe not. It's very cool. This is only like my second Facebook Live, I think, and I'm actually doing it at Facebook. So the reason we're here is Foodsters, and we are having a Friends and Family Day outside. But that's not even that much fun. What's fun is what's going on in here, because we have so much exciting stuff happening. And for those of you who don't know, Foodsters, what do you mean you don't know? There's someone out there that doesn't know. I mean, you better know. But Foodsters is a baking lifestyle culinary brand started by my partners, Gellar and Gia Russo, and myself. And we started it basically inspired initially by our children. We wanted to create memorable experiences in the kitchen. And we started to have fun baking with our kids. Mind you, we weren't very good at it in the beginning. And we realized that in the marketplace, there wasn't a great baking mix that had great ingredients, that made really cool projects that spoke to us. So we thought, why don't we do it? It wasn't that easy. But 2 years later, we are very excited to announce that we're just starting to hit retail. And these are our new retail packaging. So you guys are some of the first to see it. We are in Gelson's in Los Angeles and Southern California. We're hitting Whole Foods in New York. And with your help, hopefully, we're going to bang it out in the entire country and then across the world and go global. So I'm at, whoa, it's like magic. So live from Facebook in LA, Facebook LA. And what, did I already mess this up? I didn't. I think they think I messed this up already. But I thought this would be a really cool opportunity to get a chance to answer questions, say what's up. But again, remember, bear with me. I'm very new to this, so I have to read all this. And oh, hi, Christian. I love you too. Thank you. And I'm gonna get names wrong. Hello, oh my God. So I have to scroll too, is what they're reminding me that it doesn't. Doesn't this stuff just do it automatically? Okay, so Becky wanted to ask me, how do I help my kids find autonomy in the kitchen without going insane from the mess? Oh, Becky, do you know me? You know how OCD I am? It took a little bit of time, but I realized that cooking is a really important skill. If you have young children, it's fine and gross motor skills, it's math, it's science, it's vocabulary. But more than that, it's connection. And I know I've said this a lot. You guys have probably heard me say it. And we're in a very connected world. I mean, hey, we're at Facebook right now live on Facebook Live at Facebook LA. Did I mention that? But you want those moments where you can actually connect eye to eye and really talk to people. And I always say embrace the mess, because the mess is learning. And creativity is the road to invention. And sometimes we live in such a technical world that everything is so precise that we're going to forget that side of our brain. So remember, you know what, at the end, it doesn't take that long to clean it up. There's actually some great products. We should actually do a Foodsters tie-in with like something to clean it up one day. That'd actually be really smart. Galit, note that. She's not listening. She never listens to me. The number one thing Galit, my partner, says to me is this. I'm sorry, what? I'm going to get that tattooed on my forehead. So I think the main thing to remember is not to clean up while they're doing it. Really engage with them in that moment. And by the way, make them part of the cleanup, because that's also about responsibility, is making them be responsible for the mess that they created when you guys had fun, and just make it a family experience. So you can make cleaning fun. Sorry, Becky, that was a very long answer. Aaron Jones says it's 90 degrees here today. What should I make on a warm day? Well, first turn your air conditioning on. But if you don't have it, you know what's a great trick? If you have a fan, get a bucket of ice and put it in front of the fan, and then it helps blow cool air. So one of the things about Foodsters that I will tell you about that we do is we have our base mixes. But what we do is we wanted to make something that was customizable, because we live in a world where we want things, to be able to be versatile and multi-purpose. And so we offer a lot of recipes that you can go online to our site, and you can make cool treats with it. You can make, pretty much anything you want. But look, I don't care if it's hot or cold. It's always time for a brownie. Just have a cold glass of milk with it. That's my suggestion. Bill, you have the most seductive eyes I've ever seen. I hope you never look at my husband in the eye, because he is not going to be very happy with that. But shh, we won't tell him. I don't know if he even has Facebook, so it's okay. Let's see. Sophie, thank you. I love you too. I'm feeling a lot of love here. Janine, hi. Alicia, hi. Okay. Do you guys have any questions? I mean, I'm with you on the highs. I'm with you on the... But, you got me here live from Facebook Live, Facebook LA. I know, I'm going to scroll. They're giving me the eye like I don't know how to scroll. No, see, seriously, it's not working for me. See? See, it's not just me. I mean, I might be slightly technically challenged. Was I scrolling the wrong way? No. Oh, there we go. So it just goes to show you, by the way, that there are technical problems even when you're at a tech company. So it's not just me that my internet doesn't work. I'm like that commercial, by the way, where the kids have like no internet and they're freaking out. Misty, she is here talking about the product of Foodsters, and can you all ask about a Buffy reunion? Yes, I said y'all, I'm from the South. Y'all is not a word. I'm sorry. I know you're from the South. You know, we have reunions all the time. I have said that before. I do think that, Buffy was a very specific time. You know, we utilized the horrors of high school as a metaphor for the horrors of life. And I think it was a very different time. And to reboot it, you'd have to really sort of think about the genesis of the show and what story you're trying to tell. And I'm not totally sure that that exact story would work in this time and day, but you know, who knows? Never say never. Hi, Sarah. Oh, here's a good question. Yara wants to know, does or will Foodsters have vegan-friendly mixes? So clearly this was something I forgot to say, which is all of our mixes are vegan. And we give you on our website alternatives that you can use. And by the way, we're always looking for suggestions. So for people that are vegan, write to us, email us, chat me on Facebook Live, and tell us what you use to substitute, because it's always like an ever-changing process and it's fluid. And we learn from you guys the same way that you guys learn from us of what you like to use. So yes, they're all vegan. Okay. Can you make a little something live? I'm curious about the brownie pop. So, I'm a lot of things. I'm an actress, an entrepreneur, producer, mom, chauffeur, driver, juggler. What I'm not is a magician. So I don't know if you can see my surroundings, but one thing that you do really need that we do not provide in this box is an oven. So we're working on that. We'll get to it. Maybe it'll be like an easy bake oven kind of situation one day. So no, I can't make it right now, but it doesn't mean that at another point we couldn't make them live for you. Let's see. Marco wants to taste it. Marco, you can taste it. You can go to the store and buy it, or you can go to foodsters.com and taste it, just in case you were wondering. Bello Sarah from Kevin, hope I can get your products in Mexico. Hola. I hope one day that we can get them to Mexico. I hope we can get them all over. You know, it's a hard process to get food approved in different countries and in our own country. So, you know, just keep writing in and telling us, and tell your local stores that you want it, because that's going to help us. I see them all whispering back there. Am I failing? Am I doing okay? Just checking. Just checking. I don't know. It's, you know, it's new. It's my first one or ish. Let's see. When is Cruel Intentions coming? That is a very interesting question. I'd like to know the exact date as well. So, James, if you have any information, please let me know. We have a big announcement coming very soon, so stay tuned. I know this has been kind of a long road, and we do appreciate your patience, but it's coming, and we're really excited about it, and we want to make sure that we can tell the story the way it deserves to be told. And, you know, just, I promise, good things come to he who waits. Justin, what is the best mix for a first-time food stirrer? Oh, that's a good question. I think it all depends on what you like to make. One of the things about food stirrers that we worked really hard on is making them foolproof. So for those of you who don't know, I grew up in New York, and the one thing that I made, the only thing I made, was reservations. And it was only once I had kids that we started baking. And baking can be really intimidating because it is, you know, mathematical and scientific. But we've really tried to make it as easy as possible. So most of these are 6 steps or less, and they really do turn out like that. So really, it's a taste preference. Are you a brownie guy? Are you a cake guy? Are you a sugar cookie? But they're all really good. I think that's the other thing, too, that I have to remind people. It tastes really good. Aaron, I love food stirrers. I love food stirrers, too. We have a lot in common, Aaron. Let's see. Australia will love you, too. When are you coming down here? Well, anyone that knows me knows that I love Australia, and a good reason to take a trip to Australia, especially Byron Bay. So if there's any supermarkets in Byron Bay that would like us to come, let us know. Contact us here. Ryan, marry me and I'll buy all the cookie mix in the world. Well, Ryan, polygamy is not legal in America, right? Last time I checked. And, you know, I'm kind of square about, like, the legal issues and stuff, so thank you. But I'd have to decline at this point. Sandra, are these available in the UK? Same thing. Right now, we're just in America. But if you want to know a trick that we've learned, if you have any friends in the United States, or maybe friends on Facebook, Facebook friends, They can buy it and send you a gift. There's no rules about that. I just can't do it. Shh. I never said that. No one heard it here. Will these be sold in ShopRite or Acme or department stores? Look, the sky's the limit, and I think what's interesting about our products is we have a good shelf life, and we could be all over. You just have to tell your stores that you want it so that they know, and then we can send it to them. Let's see. Will you ever do celiac-friendly products? But your stuff is amazing. So this is a hard one, Amanda. My best friend, Emily, has celiac disease, so we deal with it on a daily basis. But one of the things that our mixes are made to do. It's not English. See what happens when I'm live. Is to be able to create and make these really cool projects like our cake pops and our brownie kits. And it is hard with the protein content that is in gluten-free stuff. It doesn't mean that down the road we won't, but it is a process that for us, the integrity and the quality of the taste is most important. So you have to give us some time to really work on a formula because it's got to taste great. Let's see. Is Foodsters in Kentucky yet? Leah Bennett wants to know. Yes. Last time I checked, the USPS does deliver to Kentucky, unless you're having a problem with your mail carrier, in which case you should speak to your mailman. Mohammed wants to know what happened to your voice. I don't know, Mohammed. What happened to your ears? I don't know. Ringer is one of my favorite TV shows ever. Ringer was so much fun, and it's very dear to my heart. I like to pride myself on thinking that I'm fairly intelligent. Why I thought playing two characters would be easy, I will never know. It was one of the hardest jobs, but it was incredibly rewarding, and I love all of you for loving it. Let's see. Vitor said, I hope if I'm crucifying all of your names, I apologize. Sarah, you inspire me every day. I love you from Brazil. I'm not sure if you know, but in Brazil, there's something a little more exciting happening right now than me. So just make sure you're not missing out, because I'm not going anywhere. What are my kids' favorite recipes? Mary Crawford wants to know. So my daughter's favorite right now is our movie night kit. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's really cute. We make a cupcake, and it looks like popcorn and butter, and my kids are obsessed with movies. My son's favorite of the Foodsters is cake pops, because if it's on a stick, it just tastes better. And then, let's see, for food, my kids are really interesting, because I don't know, for those of you who don't know, my husband has a cookbook, and if you haven't gotten it, what is wrong with you? I mean, seriously, people, back to the kitchen. So we put a lot of our favorite recipes in there. My kids are Brussels sprouts obsessed. And again, it all sort of comes back to, we've really felt in our house that the more you engage with your children in the kitchen, the more adventurous they're going to be, the more willing they are to try stuff. They take ownership, and you really want them. And by the way, this goes for adults. When you're part of the process, when you learn about the ingredients, when you go to the store to buy it, when you go to the farm and see how it's created, it tastes that much better, and it's that much more interesting, and it really becomes a conversation starter. And so you'd be surprised how much more both children and adults are willing to eat when you get creative. Let's see. El Salvador. Some really cool places we're getting today. Am I available for purchase? I am very expensive. Very expensive. Yeah, just so you know. Have we thought about already baked cookies? We've thought about it, and maybe down the line, but right now, one of the things that's really important to us is the experience. And it's something that until you make it, and whether it's with kids, with your friends, you forget how much time we spend doing this. Not that I'm knocking doing this, because obviously we're all doing this right now. But I think that it's also really important to have those connections. And Mikhail wants to know if I will cook Mikhail, are you? See, this is what happens when I mess this stuff up. I say names. Will I cook for you? Maybe I will one day. You never know. What was my favorite thing to bake as a child? Sadly, my favorite thing to bake as a child was my skin, because I did not, at the time, really wasn't so aware of how bad it was for you. And I lived in Manhattan, and everything was at my, I'm just kidding. My favorite thing to bake when I was a kid, this is actually kind of a fun story. So every year, my mom would make the same thing for my birthday, which were these cupcake cones. And they were ice cream, because I lived in New York, and they gave me, I'm getting the wrap-up signal. By the way, I live my life getting the wrap-up signal. So I will tell this story, and then I will wrap it up. So my mom made these and they look like an ice cream cone, but it was a cupcake. And it was the inspiration for our very first kit that we ever released. And I'm happy to say we completely sold out of them. was our cupcake cone. So talk about coming full circle. So there you go. Jonathan loves my audience. Do you love yourself? It's a little stuck up, Jonathan. Okay, anyway. I hope you guys have had fun. I hope I've answered some questions. It's kind of fun. What do you think? Should I maybe do it again sometime? Let me know. Have a great day. Bye from Facebook LA.